Like an artisan, the military hones its tools to better suit its needs and desires. And as it often happens, vehicles captured as trophies or inherited as legacy tech can't find any use in the existing military paradigm. And that gives the military a choice: leave it in the warehouses to collect dust, replace some parts, or use the old platforms to create something new. During World War II, trophy tanks and aircraft were a regular sight. The sides rarely used them for their main purpose, though, because vehicles often needed foreign spare parts and munitions before they could be sent off to the front lines. Very few combat vehicles received engineer attention and got a chance to serve a new purpose. Here's one of them, the Panzerkampfwagen KW-1. The Germans were happy with the armor of this Soviet giant, but its armament needed a replacement. They decided to use the Panzer IV's cannon. It was pretty good, and many crews had experience with it. Another unusual example of a retrofitted trophy vehicle is the Marder III tank destroyer, a Czechoslovakian light tank with the Soviet F-22 divisional cannon. The SPG was basically assembled using foreign parts only, which turned out to be a great idea since the Marder worked very well in the role of fire support. Germans weren't the only ones to retrofit vehicles. The Soviet Army, for instance, appreciated the armor of the Matilda tanks it received via Lend-Lease. But the tank's cannon had no high-explosive shells. To fix this, the Soviets tried to outfit the vehicle with the F-96 cannon, but the idea never got past a single prototype. The Cold War also brought forward a few curious hybrid vehicles. The Soviet Union gave tens of thousands of tanks away to its allies, and the armament of those tanks became really outdated in the late 20th century. Each nation found its own solution to this problem. For instance, China spent years developing smoothbore 100 and 120mm cannons, but ultimately bought a license for the 105mm L7. The Western cannon was known to be an effective and reliable piece of tech. Chinese engineers outfitted their T-54 tanks with this new cannon, and also managed to upgrade the gun itself by creating a model with a longer barrel. Some modern and even future prototype vehicles in China are still armed with the standard Western cannon. More than that, China developed its own extra-powerful armor-piercing shell for it in the 21st century. Israel did a similar job to the trophy T-54 and T-62 tanks captured in wars with the Arab nations. The 105mm cannon showed better performance than the D-10, while also being able to share ammo with the Magach and Shot tanks. In addition, Israeli engineers replaced the machine guns with the familiar Brownings, installed their own equipment crates, and new electronic equipment. By the way, auxiliary equipment sometimes meant just as much as the main modules in a combat vehicle. In the 1990s, for instance, Syria upgraded its T-72 tanks to use the Terms-T fire control system. Modern electronics and thermal vision devices made these combat vehicles even more efficient. History knows many cases where curious combinations of various technologies led to the creation of excellent vehicles. After all, engineers of the world often make similar decisions, even when they develop unique weapons on their own. And when the results of their developments come close together, the militaries of the world never hesitate to combine the best of any number of worlds in a single vehicle.